Welcome to the show.
This guy got a mistletoe belt on.
Gosh, that is bad.
The whole plane smells like weed. Those were the days. It's a joke, you idiot. Looked in the mirror, I'm like,
Good old innocent fun. Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Troublemakers, where we bring on a guest each week and they tell crazy stories about their lives. I'm your host, Dylan Krasinski, coming to you from a gorgeous, almost fall day.
Beautiful day.
In Astoria, Queens. And with me, as always, for the first time in a couple weeks, dude, I've missed you. My buddy, my good pal, Mr. Ray Zawodni.
Thank you so much for that wonderful, heartfelt introduction, Dylan. And more importantly than thanking you, we got to thank everybody that's been checking out Troublemakers, everybody that's been leaving messages saying how much they love the show, how much they enjoy the show. And if you are out there listening and checking us out, there is something that you can do to help us out a great deal. And that is engage with us. Either go ahead and share our reels, share our stories, comment on the YouTube, or leave ratings and reviews on those streaming apps. And let me tell you something. Some breaking news.
Stop.
I am taking a step back from the podcast.
Whoa, we're getting into it right now.
As you
right away,
noticed.
dude.
But that said, even in my absence, I will still be keeping an eye on one of my good pals' careers and shows, and we still talk almost every day and hang out together, and I will be monitoring that YouTube, and I will see if there are any negative comments about my pal Dylan or even me. If somebody says, "Oh wow, Ray's gone, good riddance."
Yeah.
Good riddance, that fucking fat loser's gone. I will still see it because it's public. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to come to your house probably while you're sleeping, and I'm going to sit in your kitchen in the dark and just make some like light noise. You know what I mean? Just like light noise. And you come down, you're like, "Oh, what the fuck was that?" Okay, never mind. I'll get a snack, and right when you shut the door, I'm going to flick the lights on. It's going to be me sitting there. I'm going to scare the shit out of you.
Wow.
Right? And I'm going to be holding a gun.
Samuel L. style.
Not a real gun.
Okay.
It's going to be clearly a paintball gun.
Okay.
And I'm just going to unload on you. And that is just going to be a warning. So if it happens again, that's strike one. And if it happens again, I do have a very particular set of skills.
That's strike two.
Skills that make me a nightmare for lame ass YouTube commenters like you. So balls in your court. Anywho, we got a wonderful show for you today. A farewell show.
A farewell
Me and Dylan,
show.
The end of an era.
Wow.
We've done 80 episodes together.
This is 153.
153.
You came on around I think 60.
So we're pushing 100.
We're pushing 100, buddy. And wow, we just got right into it. You dropped that. I didn't know if we were going to tease it.
You know, we could have teased it, but it's nice to get right into it. These have been loyal listeners. These have been people that have. Most of the people that listen and comment are positive, and they're fun, and it's been fun doing the podcast because of them. So it is. It's nice to just come out and be honest with the.
I appreciate it. It's with a heavy heart that we say goodbye to Ray. No hard feelings. No
hard feelings.
We're still buddies.
I'm dying. I'm going to be dead and be dead in 4 days.
The pod will continue. Check in next week. There's going to be you're going to see some new faces on the pod. It's going to be different. But I think if you've liked the pod and you've listened, you're going to be happy with what you hear and see next week. I know a lot of you will be sad, as will I. The vibes are changing. But
is it bad that I hope they're sad?
No, I think that's good.
Yeah, okay.
I think that's really.
Sad. I hope you mourn me. But you'll still be able to check out my stand up. I'll fucking just follow me on Instagram.
Yeah, dude. You'll have stand up. You'll have the road. You'll have other things. I will say, I saw my cousin. Ray, really, you were away. That's the thing. You were I was gone also for away. 3 weeks. So we talked about this 2.5 months ago.
That's true.
Yeah, and then we did a bunch of episodes, and then you were gone. So that's why I did have Dom and Luke and Dom kind of fill in.
I was on the road. I was on vacation. I had family visiting. It was just a
we couldn't squeeze one in.
Summer.
But I saw my cousin. My cousin got married this past weekend, and my other cousin who listens to the pod pretty loyally. I saw him and I told him, like, I was like, oh yeah, he asked me, he was like, oh yeah, I listened to the pod today, it's so good. And I was like, yeah, unfortunately Ray's like gonna, he's leaving. And he goes, when I saw he wasn't there 2 weeks in a row and the episode came out a little late, I go, something's up. I was like,
Dad's been coming home late.
Damn.
Smelling like whiskey.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to work out with Mom and Dad.
What did I say? I've been telling our fans that you're away, which you were, but
Yeah,
it feels
no.
like I'm like a kid telling his teacher, like, my dad went out for cigarettes. He'll be back.
He'll be back in 2 days.
What is it? Oh, parent teacher next week. He'll be here. See him in 10 years.
Did you used to have bad? Did your parents like dread parent teacher night because of you?
No, dude.
Were you good in school?
You've heard my stories
Yeah.
on this pod? Yeah. I was like unfortunately, for the sake of this podcast, I was like a really good kid. I was terrified of getting in trouble.
I remember.
So I'm the oldest,
Oh, yeah.
I'm the oldest, so like you don't have that. You have the benefit of being a younger sibling, so you see everybody above you. Like even if they get in trouble, you're like, oh, it's not that bad.
Well, by the time I was like 7, both of my siblings had already had in like run-ins with the police. So an art teacher calling my house didn't really intimidate me.
Oh, Ray keeps drawing penises.
Yeah, I remember we had an art teacher that he used to call my mom like from the class, and I would just be yelling. I'd be like, dude, don't call my mom. She's at fucking work. She's a single mom. Like getting real mad at him. And then I remember they would be like, I'm gonna right after this class, we're calling your mom. A teacher would say that, and I'd be like, all right, do you not realize my mom works, and you're gonna leave a message on her answering machine, and I'm just gonna go home and delete it myself.
That's so funny.
I would tell him that.
Oh my God.
That's like when you tell somebody robbing you, when you're like, I'm just gonna delete my bank cards, and then they're like, all right.
And they kill you.
Yeah, they shoot you right in the
Dude,
face.
I got that is so funny. Would they call still?
Yeah, they would call all the time. They
They're
would
like,
call.
I'm
They
gonna-
would call my mom at work, and my mom would just be like, she wouldn't come home and like scold me. Really, she'd be like, "Hey, can you like keep people from fucking bothering me?" Like, you know what I mean?
Bring
like,
it to a level.
Yeah, like I
Bring it
was.
down.
She knew I wasn't a bad kid.
Yeah.
She knew that I knew right from wrong, but
Yeah.
she was also just like, can you just like settle down so it like stops fucking up my shit? So
Yeah,
it
yeah,
stops getting in my way.
I did. I remember when I was in like, I think it was like 2nd or 3rd grade, maybe early 1st grade or something like that. I was young.
Yeah.
And we used to have these things, 3rd grade maybe. They were called conduct referrals, and in like middle school, and it was like the worst thing ever. It was like the height of the height, And now I look and I'm like, oh, it's just like a write-up that went to your parents. I thought it would like be like, I can't be the president of the United States if I get a conduct referral. I can't be an astronaut.
Like it would go on your permanent record.
Yeah, they would be like, oh, 3rd grade. Yeah, conduct referral. And I got one once, dude. And I was so mad. I was just like laughing. There was like kids on a bus. They were cursing on the bus, and I was like laughing with them. And then they said that I cursed too, and I was like, bullshit. No, I didn't, because I was not a cursor when I was a kid.
Oh, you weren't?
No, but I got a conduct referral, and then I hid it. I hid it in my backpack, and I just go, like I do with life now. I go, if I just ignore this, it'll be fine.
Dude, that doesn't work anymore.
I know.
I thought it fucking did. I thought it
Then
worked.
the principal called my mom when I was
Yeah.
home like a week later, and I was just like bawling my eyes out like a little bitch. I was
Oh,
like,
really?
I'm sorry.
Well, you know what though is you gotta develop into a good liar.
Yeah.
I mean, God, I lie to people that call me all the time.
Do you?
Yeah, I have to.
Like friends or family or
no,
like strangers?
like when somebody's calling me about like a renewal of something.
Yeah.
Like I had a thing recently get renewed, and I was past the date that I had to call and do it, and I was like, what? You know what? I did just change addresses. Is there anything you can do? Just lying. Just easy lies. And like back then, like if it would have been the referral thing,
Yeah.
or the conduct referral,
Yeah,
is that what it's
yeah.
called?
Yeah. Conduct referral.
You were supposed to take it home and show your mom.
Yeah, and they sign it and you bring it back.
Okay. You know what I would have done?
What?
What the fuck are they talking about, Mom? I never gave me that. That's on them. That's bullshit. That's what they do. And now they're turning us against each other. If anybody got to stick together in times like these, Mom, it's us.
It's family.
It's family.
It's family. We got to stick together.
Did you ever see Fast and the Furious, which is going to come out in 10 years?
There's only one
point?
thing that matters. Fast cars and family. Dude, yeah, it used to really, yeah, but I was like a good kid. You got in trouble.
Not like, I mean, okay, I was never like a bad kid.
Yeah.
But I was just silly and like inappropriately silly.
Yeah.
Like all the time was like joking around.
I would do that. In high school, I would like get in trouble, but like
Yeah.
I would bring it to the point of, okay, you got to leave. You got to go outside.
Yeah.
But they would never be like, I would never bring it to the point of like, you got to go to the principal.
And
they'd be like, you got to leave the class.
And also the school that I went to, people were like beating up teachers and shit. Like there were multiple teachers that got injured breaking up fights.
Are you serious?
Yeah, they caught like some collateral damage. Kids were fighting. Kids were doing like some, you know, in comparison, it was like me jaywalking by somebody committing a murder.
Yeah, kind of like New York City right now.
That's what I'm saying. So it's like they overlooked like most of what I did, but also what they would do is they would come after me because I was just less of a headache, and they had to act like they were doing their job. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. They're like, come on, man, don't jump the turnstile. You
Yeah.
know what we're dealing with out there? We're
Yeah.
dealing with the guy who has AIDS and he's shooting up.
But then they're also like, this guy's jumping the turnstile and he seems kind of like a pussy and an easy target to go after instead of the kid that might shoot me if he sees me at the grocery store.
This guy in the polo is just going to give me his ID without issue. Do you want to make a comment? You made a comment about that before we started the pod.
Oh, yeah. Dylan, for those of you that are just listening, Dylan is drinking soda out of an old soup cup. And right, that's an old like
it's a
like
Tupperware container.
Tupperware container, but it's for like soup that would feed. You would put chicken noodle soup in this, and it would feed 2.5 to 3 people, or just me, Yeah, and you are doing it. You said it's because of the bear, because that's what they do in the show, The Bear. But in reality, what it strikes me as is a poor and or lazy person that has not done real dishes.
You know what? I do my dishes. Everything's very clean here. You know what I have? I have 36 of those in my kitchen right now.
So you're just...
I ordered them on Amazon because you know what I like? Chef, that's nice. But also I can fill it up with so much ice. Fill it up with so much ice.
Just get a fucking Stanley or something like that.
You know how much I paid for 36 of those, dude?
How much?
It's like $6.
It's pissing me off. It's making me mad.
Is it?
Yeah, dude, the disrespect that you have with containers for liquid. Because you're also a guy that'll give somebody water out of a coffee mug.
Oh, I mean, dude, my sister-in-law hates when I drink like
it makes me sick.
Soda out of a coffee mug with ice. She's like,
gross.
nah. She's like, if my brother did that, we would have to get divorced.
Yeah.
I'm like, why?
You would drink Mountain Dew out of a martini glass.
Yeah, why not, dude?
You're a monster.
Yeah, get it nice and it's only, you know what? It's just a vessel.
We used to call them fiend cups.
Fiend cups?
Yeah, like if you had friends over, you wouldn't want to give like a good cup to like a good friend, but like that like piece of shit dirtball, Aaron Rodgers type of friend.
Okay, relax.
You would just give him. He's such a dirtball.
No,
but you would just give him like everybody else would get regular glasses of ice and pop or soda, as rich people call it. You would give them regular glasses of ice. And cola in a glass, and then that one friend would get like a plastic weird souvenir cup from
Six Flags.
Six Flags, or you would give them a mug or like a thermos that's supposed to like travel, but you're just drinking it at the house.
He's definitely gonna drop this cup. This thing is bulletproof.
Or like a jar that has Tom and Jerry on it.
Oh,
used to have
dude.
jam in it.
Yeah. A jelly jar. That is poor person behavior right there.
But you give it to the person that you're like
cleaning out a jelly jar to use as a cup.
You're lightly disrespecting that person that you're giving that one to at your house, and that's but you're doing it to yourself.
I'm okay with
self-inflicted.
I'm okay with it.
It's making me mad.
I should have poured yours in there.
I would have still drank it.
Yeah, I know, dude. Because it's nice, dude. It's a nice little homage.
It's the container version of drinking out of a hose.
And you know what? That's the problem with today's world. Not enough kids drinking out of hoses.
That's fair.
They got to get out there into the streets, drink out of hoses. Maybe not in the. Oh, can I tell you, dude? You know what's crazy? I've never seen this in New York City, and it was wild. I was at the bar last night watching the Jets. This was recorded Friday, day after a big time
win against one of the worst teams in
Jets victory against the hated New England Patriots. I fucking hate that team so much, dude. And it was so nice. I wanted to beat them 40-0. I wanted a shutout. I
didn't.
They just dominated. 24-3. By the way they beat the hell out of that team, it should have been 40-0.
I know. I wish they would have only won by like, I don't know, 5.
I really didn't want Drake May to score that touchdown at the end.
I wish New England would have only won by like, or the Jets would have only won by like 5 or 6.
We got a big one coming up in a couple weeks.
Wouldn't that have been nice?
Steelers, Jets, baby. Stellars.
We're
Jets.
gonna kill the Jets.
I don't think so, man.
I don't see that. I don't see old dirt ball throwing.
Oh, dude, he's such a good guy, man.
He looks so like just like a dirt ball. He looks like a scumbag.
I think he's focused, dude. I think he's locked in.
But I mean, have you seen how he how he carries himself?
Yeah.
How he looks.
He looks like an adult man. He's only 5 years older than us, though, which is crazy.
Don't tell me that kind of stuff.
He's 40 years old. We're both 35.
That makes me feel.
And he's
bad.
worth $500 million.
Yeah, whatever.
Multiple Super Bowl, multiple regular season MVP, one Super Bowl MVP.
No, he didn't.
He didn't win the MVP that year?
I didn't watch.
Ray only watches when the Steelers are in. He's only seen.
That was when the Steelers were in. You fucking idiot.
Oh, the Packers beat the Steelers.
Yeah,
wow,
it was a very tough day in my life. And I remember when the Packers beat the Steelers in the Super Bowl. It was tragic, but I watched it with
You've also seen so many Super Bowl wins.
I've only seen 2.
Oh,
I know.
How many Super Bowls have you seen with the Steelers though? 5?
4.
4. They've
Only
been in 4 times.
I know.
And won
and
twice.
they only won 2 of them. Now, the second one, my dad, I got to watch the Steeler game with my dad. The third one that I got to, or the fourth one that I got to see, the last one we were in when we lost to the Packers, my dad was like upset after the game.
Yeah.
And my dad was like a Steeler fan, but he was more of like a gambler. So like I was like, dude, I didn't think he cared that much about the Steelers. I didn't think he really cared. And I'm saying that to my brother, and my brother was like, yeah, dude, he just lost $2,000 he didn't have on the Steelers. And I was like, all right.
That makes sense.
That makes all the sense in the world. And now I was kind of like, well, fuck him for being sad. I'm sad because it's my team that I've loved for, at that point, 23 years, 22 years.
Yeah.
And this guy is fucking,
You did also get to see 2 great Super Bowl wins. Like that Santonio Holmes catch, dude.
That was a great win.
That was a great win. What was that?
The Seahawks
against,
one was a slog. That was a tough game.
What is was that the
Cardinals?
Cardinals, right?
Yeah,
I was
Kurt Warner,
the Cardinals.
Larry Fitzgerald, Anquan Bolden.
Yeah, that was a great Super Bowl. That was so good.
We've had some great Super Bowls. It was man, what was it? Something was on. Okay. So I was watching the Steve McNair documentary. Did you watch that yet? The Untold.
No.
It's pretty good.
I did some research on Steve McNair a while ago.
It's pretty interesting,
and it's crazy, dude.
Yeah, like
that whole story.
He's kind of wild, and there's a lot of conspiracy around that.
Really?
Yeah, a lot.
Well, I thought his mistress just killed him, Aaron McNair.
That's what they say, that she killed him and herself, but then there are also a lot of other players involved, and the way that she got the gun was from a guy that when police initially interviewed the guy in his house, he said that he never met her before, and then when they checked phone records, they've had a relationship for a long time and like knew each other well, the dude that she bought the gun off of.
Yeah.
So they think he might somehow be involved, and then also the Steve McNair's best friend who he just had a falling out with. It's like a whole thing. I highly recommend watching it.
Is it HBO?
No, it's Untold on Netflix.
Oh, okay.
Those are always so good, but
yeah.
I watched that and my girlfriend was kind of she was doing stuff around the apartment, but she was in and out watching it, and she got to watch the part they showed like the end of that Super Bowl that Steve McNair was in against the Rams. Do you remember that? It was 1 yard. Yeah. It was I think it was Derek Mason. Was it Derek Mason? Maybe was stretching and almost got in the end zone. They were 1 yard short of maybe winning the Super Bowl or at least tying it. I don't remember the score. And she asked me, she was like, oh my God, was that the closest Super Bowl ever? And then I was like, honestly, no. I think we've been really lucky. I don't know how it was, but in the past, like, I mean, we've had some really good Super Bowls.
I was just going to say, like, there was like one or two where you're like, it's a blowout. This game sucks.
Yeah.
And if you're a fan of the teams, you want a blowout, right?
Sure.
But everybody else wants just a good game, you know? And we've been lucky. We've gotten so many good Super Bowls.
I mean, I'm thinking just off the top of my head, in recent years, we've had the
Giants, Patriots.
Chiefs, Niners that we
Chiefs,
just
Niners
had.
was great.
Chiefs, Eagles.
That was great.
The Eagles and the Patriots.
That was great.
Patriots and the Seahawks. Patriots and the... I hate how many times I'm saying Patriots. Patriots and the Falcons. I mean, I hated it.
Bucks, Chiefs. That was kind of a blowout, but
That was
still a fun game to watch. Even though I hate the Patriots, I realized once Tom Brady left, I didn't hate Tom Brady. I just hate the Patriots. So that was fun to watch him get his seventh.
Oh, mine was the opposite.
Ring.
I realized I just hate Tom Brady.
No, I was the opposite, dude.
Maybe both. But they're a division rival for you. Tom Brady just used to fucking butt fuck the Steelers.
It's true.
And the but then you have that Steelers Super Bowl. You have that Giants Patriots. Both Giants Patriots Super Bowls were good games.
They were great.
And
they were great. Nightmare to watch as a Jets fan.
Sure.
But the fact that I've had to watch 2 Giants Patriots Super Bowls and a Yankees Phillies World Series is absolutely abysmal. That is it's cruel. It's cruel. If you believe in God, God was saying to me, you know what? You've done some stuff, and this is your punishment.
That's like having to watch your 2 enemies fuck a girl you've always wanted to fuck.
Yeah.
Like they're just double teaming.
Which has also happened. So, it's multiple times.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, dude. Oh, yeah. But, yeah, we've had some good ones, huh?
Yeah, we have.
I mean, this year...
I got to thinking about it, and I was like, man, I'd like... Football is just, it is the best time of year. I'm in such a better mood right now that football is happening, and it is embarrassing to say that.
I'm so happy.
And like, so... here's one for you. My sister was just in town this past weekend. It was when the Steelers played the Broncos. Just to give people some context because we're recording this early. But my sister was in town, and she's not a football fan. My brother-in-law likes football, but he's not like a diehard Steelers fan. And Natalie likes it enough, but and then my cousins were there, and we're like going around shopping, and it's approaching that time.
Yeah,
and then
we gotta find a bar.
By the time we hit like 4:25, I'm like on my phone. Watching the game. And I could feel, nobody said anything to me, but I could feel the judgment.
Dude, I get 17 of these a year. Maybe.
Yeah. Hopefully.
Hopefully more.
Hopefully 20.
Sorry, as a Jets fan, we get 17 a year.
Not this year, though.
I forgot. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, this year it's going to be, the Niners-Jets Super Bowl is going to be pretty incredible this year.
Is it pathetic, though? Is it lame?
No.
You don't think it's lame?
No. Because it's live. It's also the biggest, it's not in the world for our international viewers. I get it. But, football in America
is king.
And it's the best. It's if you're in international, if you're in the UK or Europe somewhere, and it's the same way you feel about the Premier League. It's like the championship. Every game counts. Every game is huge. So and you only get 17 with the hopes of getting more.
And on the surface, it does all everything associated with the dudes in the NFL is pretty. On the surface, I think it does look lame.
Yeah.
Like the idea of fantasy football and being so into a sports team that you don't play for. And you hear the thing where they're like, well, fucking Ben Roethlisberger doesn't give a shit if you do bad at your job.
No, he doesn't.
I'm like, yes, I know that. But loving football is, I tie it to so many other things than just football. Mm-hmm. I tie it into a fantasy football league that I have been in since fucking senior year of high school.
Mm-hmm.
I'm 35 now.
Yeah.
It's how I still keep
That's
in touch
crazy.
with all of these dudes. And we're, it's how we stay close. During football season, we're just always talking. It's it's what I talk to my brother about a lot of the time.
Yeah.
It's what, one of the things, and not to get too sentimental, but football means more than just fucking, it means a lot. And it's Saturday mornings.
Yeah.
I used to talk to my dad almost every Saturday morning of college football season to talk about, like, we would talk about picks and plays.
Yeah.
And like now, like there's sometimes where like on Saturdays, especially if I'm like driving home from somewhere or Sunday morning from like an early morning gig, he was also the only person that was up early as fuck. So like sometimes you don't feel like listening to the radio or a podcast while you're driving. You're gonna want to talk to somebody, and it just keeps people together. Football is fucking the best, and it makes this time of year the best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It keeps family. Yeah, it really does. That's a nice story, dude.
It is.
That's a nice story.
It's a bummer of a
I
story,
know.
but it is, it's what, like,
Oh, jeez.
what the fuck was that?
Hey, Siri, shut the fuck up. Dude.
Siri is, I need a new phone. Siri's just randomly talking to me. But sometimes you need that.
Sometimes
when you're
you need
lonely
it.
and you just need Siri to say something. But yeah, just to put a button on me crying over football, it is a thing that, like, dudes have weird relationships with other dudes, and it's hard for us to be that's where we get like our emotion out.
Mm-hmm. I would actually say that it is the most dudes' relationships with other dudes is very simple.
Yes.
I think it's very simple, but this is the story. Like I hung out with my college buddy just a couple days ago. He was in town. We went and got some drinks. We ended up hanging out. We watched the Mets. There was sports trivia at the bar. We went to Triona's.
Oh, okay.
Right on 17th.
Yeah.
17th and then 3rd. Love
We
that
went there
bar.
for your birthday, right?
Yeah, I love that bar. If I'm going to go to like a sports bar in Manhattan, I'm going to go there.
Okay.
I really like that place. But we sat there for like 6 hours and we talked sports. We talked a little bit about like family and stuff, but like a little bit about his work because that's why he was here. But like, that's the thing. If you're dating someone and you catch up with a buddy and you come home, chicks are always like, oh, how's his girlfriend? And you're like, I don't know. How's work? And I don't know. We didn't talk about it. You played golf for 5 hours and you never asked how his wife is doing, and you're like, I don't know.
Well, that's the old Brian Regan joke. It's a hilarious joke. And I mean, it's true, and it's also like it's an escape. Mm-hmm. Like I'm going to hang out with my buddies, not to have a deep conversation like I've been forcing on this podcast. I go to you go to like sit there and talk shit on people's athleticism that are way more athletic than you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I can't, dude. You know what I literally texted a couple of days ago.
What?
Damn, Jalen Hurts is looking slow. Jalen Hurts is looking slow. I can't lift my fucking left arm to a certain degree because I dislocated it playing flag football.
Not even tackle.
And I'm talking about Jalen Hurts' speed,
dude. Yeah, I looked last night, dude. Braylon Allen, who's the rookie running back for the Jets,
looks good.
He's 20 years old.
Yeah,
he's 20 years old. Drake May, 21, baby face, and I'm looking at them and I'm like, God damn. Yeah. Actually, the younger ones don't bother me. What I said earlier is Aaron Rodgers is 40. 5 years. That bothers me. I'm like, God, he seems like he's 60.
Well, I mean, we're like 6 years older than Patrick Mahomes.
Oh, that's
a weird one.
Depresses me too.
Yeah.
Is he 20, 28, 27?
Like yeah.
You think he'll get 4 more?
I hope so.
I don't think he will.
I hope so.
Why?
Because I don't like Tom Brady.
I don't think Mahomes will get 4 more. I think, I don't know. He's had a better early career, right, than Brady.
Since he's been starting, he's never missed an AFC championship. Isn't that incredible?
That is incredible, actually. That's LeBron-esque.
Incredible.
That is. Wow. But I will say, I mean, this year, once Kelsey retires, probably after this year, maybe, you think? Maybe next year. Maybe he'll have one more year. I mean, if they win again this year, what is that? 3 in a row? 3 in a row.
4 total.
Maybe you want to go out with like a, hey,
I think he'll try to beat Brady.
Yeah, I think he'll try.
If he plays until he's the age Brady is, he'll get 7.
I will say though, his style of play, I mean, he'll get better. He'll get better at like staying in the pocket and like, but he uses his legs so much. Brady was always a pocket guy. His like style of play didn't have to change.
Yeah.
Like once you start to lose your leg, that was the reason he could play so long.
Yeah, but Peyton Manning,
yeah,
he won a Super Bowl when he had nothing left physically.
Yeah.
Granted, there was a great defense. There was a great,
it was
run
a
game,
great
that
team,
type of thing. I understand that. But, I mean, you still need a competent quarterback, and he was so smart. So I feel like if that intelligence grows, that'll help him out.
Yeah, which that always happens, right?
Since we last spoke, Dylan, I don't know if I got to tell you about my trip.
No, I wanted to ask about that.
Yeah,
I made comments about how you were in New Orleans eating beignets.
I did have beignets.
I saw the picture.
Oh,
dude.
okay.
Yeah, it looked delicious. Is that your first beignet?
I mean, I've had beignets,
But they say you go to
like New Orleans. I ain't never had no New Orleans beignets.
I mean, that's
I don't want that
we
kind of
both.
Cajun house.
Now
Now,
we both love the movie Chef.
yes,
Right? And in that movie, he goes, no, you don't have a, he goes, you first beignet, you can't have them in L.A. Can't have them in New York. You have it in New Orleans. And then every time after, when you have it somewhere else, you think about the time you had it in New Orleans.
Well, I will say this.
Yeah.
It's kind of the reason that I went on that trip. Was because of that
hilarious.
movie.
Yeah.
And then you get there, and New Orleans, fucking awesome city.
Rips.
One of my
I've never been. I really want to go.
One of my favorite cities I've ever been to. We had so much fun. I will say this: it's not a place you can go for a week.
How long did you go?
We went for 4 nights,
Okay.
and it's a beating on your body.
Food.
Booze. They're like known for cocktails. Everywhere has their like signature cocktail. Everywhere is just trying to get you fucked up. The culture is amazing. It's like one of the last cities where there's still like just deep roots of culture and so much fucking live music that is awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Like we saw everything from like really good like swanky style jazz bands to like just a fun cover band like doing like classic rock songs and then like the Killers and like from the Killers to Seeger and all this shit. But final night there, Hurricane Francine hits the coast.
Oh shit.
So we experience a hurricane. So like Wednesday we leave our hotel and like most of the businesses are shut down.
Wow.
Most of the businesses are shut down.
They know what's up.
We're like trying to find a place to fortunately we took a ghost tour the night before. And the guy
Was it my buddy?
No, it wasn't. It wasn't. I was hoping it was, but it was another guy who was hilarious in his own right, who was kind of letting us know some bars that might be open during the hurricane because those people, they don't give a shit. Mm-hmm. They're like every time like you would ask somebody like, "Hey, you think you're gonna be open?" They're like, "We didn't flood during Katrina. We'll be good." And I'm like, "Holy shit!" So we ended up hunkering down at this bar, which is one of my favorite bars I think I've ever been to in my life. It's called the Aaron Rose, an Irish bar right in the French Quarter. I had to give them the shout out.
Dude, it's so like you to find an Irish dive bar in the French Quarter.
This is what I said. This is the new bit that I'm working on.
Okay.
Is the idea is like, I think I love to travel.
Yeah.
Right? You know how people but I could never be one of those people that makes traveling their whole personality because I'm not like a good traveler. Mm-hmm. Like, you know how you'll see people's Instagrams and they're like, this is me, fucking ziplining in Fiji, or this is me, in Paraguay on a whatever people do in Paraguay. See, I don't even know. That's
I have no idea.
Mine would be
look at the beach.
Mine would be, this is me getting drunk in Paris.
Yeah,
this is me at a dive bar, an Irish dive bar that I could have had the same experience at the fucking Irish Rover, and I'm doing it in New Orleans, and I'm happy about it.
Yeah, dude. You know what? That's the Anthony Bourdain style of travel. I'm way more about that. You bring me to like Rome or France or England. Like, I don't want to see, maybe one day seeing the touristy sites, but like, I want to find like, hey, where do the locals go? Like, what's the best place to get fish and chips? Not the tourist trap. Where like, hey, where's the best place to get pizza? Oh, Times Square. No, like send me like up to the Bronx and get like a sandwich. That's
you
want to
go to the Bronx?
No.
See,
that was a hypothetical.
See, I don't even want that.
You
like,
just want to.
I would go to Nashville and eat at an Applebee's and be happy, and I'd be like, oh, dude, Nashville's awesome. Really? Yeah, they got an Applebee's. I just love. I don't know. Like I love.
Yeah.
It. I could have. I think. It's a benefit and it is also a curse because the benefit is that I can have fun in any city.
Amen.
I could do a vacation to Dayton, Ohio.
Yeah.
And have a blast.
Yeah.
but also I don't immerse myself in anything that would make me grow as a person or add any like culture to an experience.
You're not gonna believe it. The quesadilla, the bourbon burger from Applebee's in Texas is actually unreal.
Better than New York. Somehow.
Better than New
It's
York.
better than New York somehow.
Crazy.
But yeah, I mean, and then I just it makes me feel like. You know, but here's another thing that I don't like is you were kind of saying like where the locals hang out.
Yeah.
So our tour guide, he was pretty funny and like cool but he was definitely a guy that like makes traveling his whole personality, and he is definitely TCFS.
Whoa, you love an acronym.
Too cool for school.
Ooh.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
like, you know those guys that are just like too cool for it all. So like he was like, all right, I'm the guy that you go to. I'll tell you where the actual good places are, where the like the touristy traps are. And one of the things he was like shitting on Cafe Du Monde, which has the beignets.
Yeah.
And so he's not a local, but he's been there a while. And he's like, you know, they actually, people won't tell you this. They everywhere uses Cafe Du Monde's mix. Everywhere you would get a beignet. And the mix is made in Missouri, so it's not real. And it's like,
Really? Oh, interesting.
maybe I didn't look it up, but either way, it's bullshit because
that's
you're not
an annoying.
because you're not just they're still cooking it there.
Yeah.
Everywhere's going to use a mix. They're still making it in their fryers that have been on for years and years and years.
Yeah.
You still sit there. It's still reasonably priced. The coffee's good. It's just it's an experience that you're paying for. So then I actually, when we were hunkered down at the bar, I talked to an actual local.
Yeah.
And a guy born and raised there who had some ghost stories of his own.
Really? It's a haunted city.
Haunted city.
That's what they say.
Yeah, like every building that you could go into like the Walgreens there,
The Chase
and,
Bank.
and they're like, yeah, you know, 36 people died here in a flamethrower incident.
The way that Jewish people have a mezuzah on the door, it's just a list of all the people who died. They're like, before you come in, you got to know.
You should know, but yeah, the other guy was like, God, what the fuck? Cafe Du Monde's an institution. Like it's great. It's where you have to go there.
Yeah.
You can't not go there. So he was just one of those guys that like wanted like just that like hipster
I hate it.
attitude.
Yeah.
Like
I don't like that.
you know, and my thing is like, man, if you want to walk around Times Square all day and take pictures in front of the M&M store, if that makes you happy.
Well, that's the thing. If you're coming to New York for the first time, we hate Times Square. We're not going to go. But like, if you're coming here for the first time, you got to go see it. Go spend like an hour.
Yeah.
Don't spend the whole day. Like, walk through, don't eat there, but like, check it out. It's pretty cool. It's, you know, if you're buildings, it's the thing you see on TV constantly, whatever.
It's like nowhere else.
Yeah, it's like nowhere else. It's an institution, you know, it's a big deal, whatever. So, but like, yeah, you got to hit those things, but then you got to find
You got to find a couple of cool things.
like when we would do those food tours in Boston, right? And the Mike's Pastry, you've heard of that?
No.
It's the famous pastry shop in Boston. They have the white boxes and everything. I always say like there's Mike's Pastry, and then across the street is Modern Pastry. Modern is like known to be better, but Mike's is way more famous. And we would give these tours, and I would say, okay, we're going to end at Mike's Pastry because it's the more famous one. There was a story about apparently where like Bill Clinton, when he was running for re-election, was photographed eating cannoli in front of Mike's Pastry, and that's like what kind of
like iconic.
made them like more of an institution. But I always used to say, hey, like these are the two spots we're going to try here. Now, Modern is less popular, but it's right across the street. I find it a little better. So does a lot of people around here. The locals find it a little better. You're going to try this, go there after, and just get something else too.
Yeah.
So like try both. But like Mike's is a cool thing. It's also like you come in and it's like chaos. You know, there's a line down the street, and then when you walk in, it's like a crowd of people that's somehow organized, but it's not. And they're just like next, and you just like run up and you're like, cash, give me these. And it's just like Boston Italians, and they're like, what do you want?
Well, dude, I mean, it's the same thing with a cheesesteak in Philly.
Yeah.
Where everybody is like so adamant about what's the best cheesesteak place. The truth is, they're all pretty
Fine.
good. They're all
Yeah.
pretty good. They're all bomb.
Chopped cheeses are better. You know what I
Chopped
mean?
cheeses are better. But a steak or a Philly cheesesteak, I mean, dude, it's bread. It's like chopped up like low grade steak,
Cheesesteak,
and cheese whiz and some peppers that like, however, like you're never gonna make that like that much better than a place that has, you know what I'm saying? Like, like it's, I've had them at multiple places. I love them.
The difference maker, honestly, is the bread, probably.
Yeah.
Which place has the best bread?
Yeah.
That you like.
Every cheesesteak I've ever had has been really good. Do I have a favorite? No. Whichever has the shortest line.
Yeah.
Fuck, I fucking hate waiting in line.
I hate a line.
Ugh.
You know that. I hate a line, dude.
I do too. I actually didn't know you were a hit line hater. Oh,
like, I hate a line. If there's a line outside a bar or like a club, like God forbid I go to a club or something, I'll be like, why are we doing this?
I don't.
We can go across the street and get a hot dog with every drink we get.
Very few things I'll wait in line for. I'll go into a bodega sometimes. Like I'll go into Othello and there'll be 2 people in line and I'm like, fuck.
Especially that place, which I love. They take a little while on the lines.
Takes a little while.
They take a little. There might be 2 people, and you're like, "This is a half hour."
It could be.
I did that the other day. The one coffee pot.
Yeah,
coffee pot's real slow.
That's a nightmare.
There was like 4 people online. I was coming home from maybe a game or a show or something, and I was like, "I'm gonna pop in and just get like a drink." There was like 5 people online. I go, "Nope, I'm gonna walk home."
What do you think about like the New York like chaos line at a bodega? Like, you know how it's like kind of like they're so small.
Yeah.
So like you go in there and there's no order, but there's like an unspoken order.
Yeah. I don't like it. Like, especially this used to happen at the place I lived in Brooklyn, our corner bodega. It was like you would order something and then you would have stuff and then you would just like put it on the counter and then wait in the aisles. And then they would just be like, sandwich. And you'd be like, oh, here. Okay. And I have this. And then they ring you up. It's kind of like and then you let people go until you're ready, until your sandwich or whatever is ready. And then you're like, okay.
They don't let you pay before the sandwich.
No,
that's what I would like.
Some places do. The place that I used to go to, they would let you pay sometimes before.
Othello will, but they'll judge you.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's true. I've actually learned that about Othello.
There is an etiquette to it. It's really weird, like setting chips in a pop up there, and then you wait for your sandwich.
You walk away. I put the stuff on the counter, and I sit on that like bench row. I'm like, I'll just chill. Wait for my steak to get ready.
I'm hungry.
I am too. I haven't eaten yet. I was going to hit the gym before this, but, we moved it up. So what did I say? When we have something scheduled, it could be at 11 a.m. or 4 p.m.
Well, and I like have a thing where like I'm so bad with time management that I know if we have this scheduled at 1 o'clock.
Yeah.
If I try to do something that normally takes 15 minutes at noon, it's going to be the time where like I just can't focus. And we're getting to like 12:45, and I'm like, holy fucking shit, I got to get out of here. Yeah. And then you end up being late.
Yeah, when you texted me, you were like, hey, can we bump it up to 1? I was like, yeah, that's perfect. Because honestly, I was not getting work done when we were going to do it at 3 o'clock.
Yeah.
And I'm like, at least now, after, I'll be able to get stuff done.
Same here.
I'll be ready to go.
I mean, I've been up since 5:30 today.
Wow. Look at you. I slept a little late today, 9:30.
Well, I drove. That's like... I hate waking up, man. It's so hard. Like,
whoa.
I think when no,
it's just so hard to get out of bed.
I start every day with the hardest part of my day, just getting out of bed.
You know what the big game changer has been for me?
What?
You see these curtains that I have in here that let the light in? That's the biggest game changer. My old place, it had those blackout curtains. I would sleep until like noon on a weekend, 1 o'clock, and it would feel like it was 6 a.m.
Dude, I have my superpower is that I can fall asleep in any condition.
Me too. Immediately.
Bright lights.
Yeah.
I could fall asleep under this podcast table on the hard floor while you're doing a podcast.
Honestly, the sound of the voices probably would be relaxing.
I like that.
You know?
Yeah, I like...
Do you like the TV on? So do
love the TV on.
I like the AC. The way I fall asleep now, I put the AC on. I put a movie on. I can't even see it, but I see the lights going. And I know it's on, so I think about the movie, and I fall right to sleep.
I was so tired when I got in from... I drove from New York to Worcester, which isn't fucking spelled that way.
Worcester.
Worcester. I can't ever say it right.
Worcester.
So I got in, and I was so tired, and I was like, I got to take a nap before I do this show. And I lay down, but I blast the TV.
Yeah.
and I am just able to get sleep while Stephen A. Smith is just screaming at the top of his lungs.
You're not going to believe it. The Jets, Aaron Rodgers.
It's already week 2, and the Dallas Cowboys are out of the playoffs. Was that any good?
That was pretty good,
All right.
dude. That was not bad.
That was not bad.
He hates the Cowboys, right? I love that.
How many times do I got to tell you this, Orlovsky?
You look good today. I was just watching that. You look good. A little corny, but you look good.
You're going to see us in Howard University. Now, let me tell you something. A very close personal friend of mine, I'm not going to say his name because I don't like the name drop, Steph Curry. He said this to me.
Jalen Brunson is the greatest basketball player that these New York Knicks, my New York Knicks, have ever seen.
Do you think that they, like him and Colin Cowherd and like Skip Bayless, these guys that have these fucking like harsh opinions about sports, do you think sometimes like after they get offset, they're like, fuck, I don't even know if I believe that. I kind of blacked out.
I think
I was
they
just on a
don't.
roll.
I think literally they get in there. They have a pre-meeting, right? They have those pre-show meetings, and you notice like none of them ever have the same take. So they probably get in and they're like, hey, these are my 3 takes. I'd like this one to be mine. But, you know, they probably are like, hey, this is going to be my take. That's going to be your take. That's going to be yours.
You think
and
that's
then
it?
And then, like, they just sell it. Sell it.
You think anything that you give Stephen A. Smith,
oh, yeah.
he could just scream about?
Oh, yeah. He'd be like, the Chicago White Sox are going to go from the worst team in the league to the best team in the league next year. Dude, they are the losingest team in the baseball history right now. And
More than the Pirates?
oh yeah, dude, they've won 30 games, 33 games.
Do you so he could just, like, that is a talent.
Yeah,
That is a talent to be able to just have that type of energy and anger
Tim
about
Tebow
something.
is absolutely garbage. Garbage, Skip.
You love this.
I know, this is fun.
I should have never started this.
This is a fun bit, dude.
But
I'm so bad at impressions, but that one, it's all about the energy.
yeah,
It's fun.
Yeah, I think impressions are the funniest when you're selling them.
Yeah.
They're not fun. Like somebody does a really good impression. I'm not impressed.
Oh, dude, like who talks about that? Some of these guys who do like Jim Caliendo. Like
Frank
Caliendo, he kind of sells his impressions a little bit, where he does the impression, but it's absurd.
But he's also doing the face.
Yeah, he's very good. But like some of these guys who just do like the impression, I'm not. It's like I just watch the guy.
Yeah,
say absurd things, say something crazy.
It's why I hate the movie Bohemian Rhapsody.
I never saw it.
You never saw it?
Never saw it.
It's not good.
I'm not a big biopic guy.
People think it's good. You're not a big biopic guy?
No. I'm good.
You didn't like Taken?
Taken, I love.
Good biopic.
That's a good biopic.
About me.
I'll watch that all day.
No, but the Bohemian Rhapsody, the movie ends with the actors recreating Live Aid. Queen's Live Aid.
Yeah. That's
you
how it
could
ends.
just watch fucking Queen Live Aid.
Yeah.
Which is the actual talented musicians rocking the house and bringing the house down.
Yeah.
I don't want to see fucking
Rami Malek
pretending to rock out.
Yeah. The only thing, you know,
Dude,
what
it's like 10 minutes.
Really? This is what I've realized this, the only thing I like about biopics, and this is why I think I don't like them, I don't like the middle to the end. I like before they're famous. I like their backstory, and then when they start to get like Elvis movie with Austin Butler.
Great.
I loved the beginning, and I loved like the middle when he's like just getting fame. But then I'm like I check out. Sometimes I turn them off. I'm like I know how this ends.
The worst biopic I've ever watched. Nah, that's too harsh.
Oh no, do it. I, Tanya.
It's not the worst, but Lincoln was so unbearable.
I liked Lincoln.
It was so fucking boring.
It was boring.
It was so boring for the sake of being boring. And you could tell that it was just a biopic where they were like, oh, Daniel Day-Lewis wants to fucking do something weird.
Let's let him play. I mean,
let's let him win an Academy Award.
I mean, the way he played Lincoln is exactly how like I would imagine Lincoln was, you know?
See, that pisses me off.
Why?
Because nobody knows how Lincoln was.
I mean, Maybe.
Everybody's like he figured out how his voice would have sounded based on Pat. I'm like, what?
You know what's crazy? We've never had a George Washington biopic. Everyone loves like John Adams, Lincoln. We've for our founding father. We've never had a biopic about George Washington. You know what I prefer? The biopic.
He was in John Adams.
Was he?
He was a character in John Adams.
He was in that Turn. You saw that, right? Oh, dude. You got to watch that. It's about the spies on Long Island, the Long Island spies. No idea.
Anybody famous in it? Benjamin Bratt?
Yes.
Wait, really?
Is that who it is?
I don't know. I was just guessing the most unlikely person to be
Turn. Turn show. Dude, it's all about like the Long Island spies. They had like a secret network of spies on Long Island.
In like revolutionary times?
Yeah, during the revolution. And it's like how they attribute it, and they like basically worked with George Washington.
Were they redcoats?
No. But some of them were like pretend, like they lived in like Setauket, which is out on the island. And like you go now and you'll see like all these houses that are still historic houses that are, they can't be knocked down. Ben Talmadge.
Oh, no idea.
Ben Talmadge. Oh, no, that's Jamie Bell. You know him?
No.
Jamie Bell played Abraham Woodhull.
He's a backup shortstop, Jamie Bell. That doesn't sound like a backup shortstop for the Toronto Blue Jays.
Yeah, it was good though, man. It was a great show. I really enjoyed it. That was a good biopic. I was just watching Jets stuff, dude.
Oh, nice.
That
is another great thing to do.
I just opened today after a win. I opened like 15 videos of people reacting to the Jets win, just being like, they looked unbelievable. All aspects of the game.
Nothing feels better than after your favorite team wins.
Yeah.
And just putting on SportsCenter.
Mm-hmm. Big night last night. And Mets beat the Phillies first in a 4-game homestand.
Wow.
And then Jets won.
I went to, I texted you about this. I watched that Jets-Patriots game at an Applebee's in Worcester.
Yeah.
And this Applebee's, first of all, the Applebee's ripped. Great.
I can't. I said, I was like, I wish
great boneless
that I
wings.
could get some appetizers
got a
right
Caesar
now.
salad. Got me a couple Trulies.
Ooh, nice.
On ice. Had them on ice.
Okay.
On vacation,
You
basically.
like to do that, dude.
And
It's like you're sitting at a beach.
they had the Jets game on, and there was like a couple next to me, and then the bartender.
What did you say about the couple next to you?
That's a different couple.
Oh, different couple.
Couple next to me, it seemed like they were there for their like regular dinner that they do every whatever day.
Nice date night.
The dude next to them, he orders. I saw when I got in there, he was drinking a beer, and he was eating boneless buffalo wings and pretzel sticks.
Love it.
Then he has another beer.
Mm-hmm.
Then she comes over and he's like, "Hey, can I see that menu again?" I'm like, "Oh,
Yeah.
probably getting the menu to take something home to somebody."
No way.
And then he orders and he goes, "I'll do another beer, and then I'll do the chicken broccoli Alfredo." And this dude, he wasn't like he was like a, he wasn't
Not
like
a big fat
man
guy
or anything. He was just a regular dude. But he was just so bummed out over the game that he was like, "I'm just going to eat my feelings about my Patriots."
I know how that feels.
Then across the bar from him, it was this lesbian couple, and it was one that was like decked out in fucking Patriots gear, and the other was not. And you could tell that there was some turmoil between the two because they were barely talking, because you knew it was something like, hey, let's go out and grab some food. And they were like, "Okay, is the game going to be on where we go?" "Yeah, we can go somewhere that has your game on, but just, if they start losing, don't make it like ruin your night." And I'm like, "No, honey, I won't let it ruin my night."
The Patriots aren't good.
Yeah.
I'm not going to care.
And then, they got in there, and that first touchdown before I even got there was some level of a meltdown that ruined the night. So there was that awkwardness.
Night is over.
And then Dottie, the bartender, was just, she was the shit. She kept.
How old?
Oh, I would say
50s, 60s,
late 50s, early 60s.
Nice, yeah.
She was calling me hun.
Oh, that's
Love.
nice. Oh, that's great.
Kiddo.
That's what you miss. You miss that when you live in a city,
She came over and she was like, Oh, what can I do for you, kiddo?
Oh, that's great, dude. I love that so much. A real
And you know what
real
I said?
hometown
You know what I
feel.
said?
Yeah.
I'm 35 years old, you stupid fucking bitch. Why don't you just give me fucking some boneless buffalo wings and shut your goddamn mouth? Hey,
Hey, Dottie, I'm here to watch the game.
Yeah.
I got a girlfriend.
Said, hey,
don't flirt with me.
There's not enough room on the line that says tip for me to actually give you a tip, which is you're a grown adult. Start going by Dorothy, not Dottie.
Oh boy, dude. The Steelers didn't even play.
No,
You're
I'm just
coming
kidding.
in.
I'm just kidding.
Dude.
She was a sweetheart. I just
Real
lost,
sweet
I just
gem.
lost money betting on the Patriots,
Well, why would you bet on the Patriots?
but I also took the under.
And that hit, right? Would that have missed if Drake
did that
May
hit?
scored that last touchdown? No. it
Nope,
would've-
nope,
no,
nope,
no.
nope, nope.
Yeah, I was happy they didn't score that last touchdown. I needed one more. Fucking pass from Aaron Rodgers. That was it.
I had a great week sports betting on. I had a great week sports betting on week 1.
Dude, I've been
Phenomenal
pretty
week.
good. I've hit 3 pretty tough parlays.
Week 2, I broke about
Week 4.
even. Week 3, which has already happened when you're listening to this.
Yeah.
So I think it might be nice for me to say my 3 picks.
Okay, say it.
Here's what I'm gonna do.
Oh, this is a throwback, dude.
Here's what I'm gonna
To
do.
our old sponsor.
Here's what I'm gonna do because I've been thinking about doing this, is giving out my picks on Instagram.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna give out 3 picks, and if these 3 picks hit, you'll know this by the time the episode comes out.
Yep.
If these 3 picks hit on Friday this week, I'll have out my week 4 picks, and you could take them if you want.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
This is
yeah,
nice, right? This is honest. I like the Titans at home against Green Bay.
What's the
Titans are
spread?
at home -2.5.
I think I have them too.
I like the Falcons on Sunday night at home getting 3 points against those Kansas City Chiefs.
Falcons are 1-1.
Falcons are 1-1.
Okay.
+3
I think I took
at
the Chiefs.
home.
I think I took the Chiefs.
At home, Sunday Night
Yeah.
Football primetime. And then game number 3, it is a homer pick, but I've hit them every fucking week.
Yeah.
And they're, speaking of homer, they're coming back home. They're -1.5. And I just don't think that the Chargers can get past our defense. So Steelers -1.5.
Chargers 0-2.
Chargers are 2-0.
2-0. Yeah, I have the Steelers there too.
Yeah,
I have the
so-
Steelers there. The Chargers are just missing too many players.
Missing too many players, and that Steelers defense is one of the best I've ever seen the Steelers have. And the Steelers offense, they're stalling. But they're not making mistakes. And they are actually maintaining some level of time of possession.
Yeah. Dude, you know what's interesting? The Rams-Niners game. I just saw this yesterday on Instagram. The Rams-Niners game is going to feature no Puka Nacua, no Cooper Kupp,
No Debo Samuel,
no Debo
Christian
Samuel,
McCaffrey.
no Christian McCaffrey, possibly no George Kittle.
So then two of
Isn't
my
that crazy?
3 of my less gold star plays, if you will, are the under in that game. I like Minnesota.
Who they got?
They're at home getting 2.5 points against Houston.
Yeah.
And
Houston's
then
good.
And then I also like the Eagles getting 2.5 points at New Orleans.
I think I took New Orleans there.
But those are the 3 are my gold star plays.
yeah.
My gold star plays.
That's not bad, dude.
So if you take those with me, if you hop on those with me, check it out on Friday. I'll tell you my next picks.
My big one, I saw some. I pick the team every week. I'm in that pick'em league, right? So we pick all the games with the spreads, which is nice. We used to just pick winning, win-loss, and it was like, this stinks. You know, if you get an early lead, you can just kind of coast.
Yeah.
But yeah, we pick with the spread now. I just saw something that was week 3. Teams that are 0-2 are like 38-6 when it comes to the spread, covering the spread.
Yeah, because they're going hard.
Yeah. So I saw that and I went back to check to be like, how did I? And I actually picked like almost all of the 0-2 teams I've taken.
Nice.
With the spread, you know, to
Hell
at
yeah.
least cover, if not win.
Fuck yeah.
I feel pretty good about it, you know. But yeah, dude, exciting stuff coming up.
I know.
Football. Yeah, we're almost at an hour, dude.
Almost at an hour.
Almost at an hour. The last one.
The last one.
The final countdown.
Although we've come to the end of the road,
That's good. Keep going. Keep going. I have something for
still
you.
I can't let you go. Mm-hmm. You belong to me. I belong to you.
Okay, I got
I'm not gay no more. I am delivered.
Road. That was a good little remix.
That was fun. This is what I have for you.
What is this?
Hold on. It's a real classic, dude.
This is Vitamin C.
Oh yeah, dude.
The what the fuck is this called? The graduation song.
Graduation. It's
This is your big plan?
yeah.
Us the end of this?
I forgot about it, and then I was like, you know what? I'll put it in.
Well, Dylan, it's been a fun, wild
I
ride.
mean, it's been a wild ride. I'm sure you'll come back
yeah, I'll pop
eventually.
back in.
You know,
Yeah.
pop in for some guest
I'll pop
episodes.
in, do some guest episodes. I got I got an album coming out in October. October 11th is its scheduled date, so you could listen to that, or you can watch the special I'm putting out there for free on my YouTube, Ray Zawodni. So follow me there. I'm really excited about that.
Go follow Ray, baby.
And this song stinks, actually. You know this song is bad.
This was when we were like in high school.
I know.
When
Was
did
that when
this
it came
come
out? No, it came out a little before, I think.
Here we go.
Vitamin C. It's gonna get demonetized, you know.
Oh
that.
shit!
Didn't think about that, did you?
I didn't even think about that. Fuck. That's okay. Who cares?
Whatever. This will be the one that gets demonetized, but you don't have to fucking split money with me anyway.
Yeah,
So
no,
it's
not
fine.
anymore, baby.
Yeah, it's all 100% going to Dylan.
Well, anyway, you can follow me at Dylan Krasinski on Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok, and at Troublemakers on all those sites. We will be back next week with possibly a new co-host. Sad to say, but
Sad to say, but exciting.
exciting
excited
times
for the future.
I think if people listen, they'll be happy.
And unlike the last host of Troublemakers,
It's a bad look that I'm running through co-hosts.
No, I don't think
We did 100.
I don't think it's a bad look at all. I also think unlike the last co-host, I'm probably gonna see you this weekend.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I mean, well, yeah, we'll
So,
probably watch
yeah.
the games on Sunday.
Yeah. So that's it.
Anyway, we'll see you next week, baby. Thank you to Ray. Good night.
Bye.
That was a good one, dude.
Yeah. You know we're gonna get demonetized.
Nah, that's